the former Saint and Viking Morton Anderson to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play fake here on 1st down. Maybe he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now an audible here into something else. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Haloti Ngata. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
19 Tiger.
They'll drop the throw. They're looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Rashawn White. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
18 70 Lions.
Up the middle, they run with Gillis. And they'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Hawk 7, Hawk 7.
Now again, it sails between the tackles. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
On the double.
An interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7. at the 33-yard line.
He'll look to throw. That's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Intercepted.
I think a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. With Greg Olson, Mike Tirico up here in the booth. So glad that you are along with us. Greg got a couple offenses here that love to take their shots down the field, so the defenses really have their task right in front of them if they want to win this game.
Yeah, no question. I think as many of the matchups that we've dove into this entire week, it really comes down to which defense puts a lid on the opposing passing game and prevents as many big plays as possible. We see it week in and week out. The correlation between generating big plays, especially through the air, directly leads to the ability to score points. So make teams go the long way. You know, the defense, an old saying is, make them snap it again.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. First down throw there is incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
3rd down and 3. Play clock nearly expires as they set up to throw. It's a pickup of 12. Good for Bears first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Divine Diablo where to make the play.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. He'll drop to throw. That's a short one, caught by Loveland. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6.
Let's go.
Open receiver is Marshall. He's got it. He's going to catch it for the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground. Just 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
There's no rest to my shutting down. Whatever I got your money up. Believe when I got put money down. I'm betting the odds on all of us. I do it for all of my people now.
Okay, ready?
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 3. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a 1st down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. He's able to pick up the 1st down.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Here's 1st and 10. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. To throw. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And he'll be taken down. We have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
He's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
After allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
1st down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal.
19, Tiger, 19, go, 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 go. 18, hey, that's your man, that's your man. Right there, right there.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. This is caught at 2.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. It is dropped in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Oftentimes, you can tell the decision about whether or not a team is going to go for it on 4th down based on what they do on 3rd down, and I think they knew they had an extra down in their back pocket. Try on 3rd and goal to go through the air, and even if you fail, you still got one more shot at it, and it results in a touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
I should probably start a hit, boy, because I got other hits, boy. All that Drake, you got a chip. I be on my little mouse drip. All that rap to pay your bills.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
2nd and 10. That's Ibuka in motion. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That is brought in by Ibuka. A great connection there, and they'll bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
It's a pickup of
A huge play there for the Bengals. A pickup of 44 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. That's Ibuka in motion. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Down and 10.
To the air one more time. Outside, he's got Ibuka. Was brought down. That's Nash to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
That's Ibuka in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is brought in at the 10. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal
at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard
Brings
line.
up 2nd and goal.
Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one to the end zone. But incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
19 tight. Cut 19. Cut 19. Mustang 19. 70 Lion.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that is in the end zone. He's in. That's Johnson. Touchdown, Bengals.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game. And you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on out. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop. And they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. And he will not attempt to return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
To second and 10.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Back to the air again on second and 10. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. And just 4 seconds left in the first half. A timeout is called.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On third down, we'll try to get it on the ground, and he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. This going to be returned from right around the goal line. And he is stopped as 25. The drive will begin there.
25-yard line.
That's Ibuka in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, man, downfield is Gordon. That one good for 26 yards.
26 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down and 15
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Coach
That's Ibuka in motion. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete, and he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
First down.
They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
26-yard line.
You can't teach speed. And a guy like this is just a nightmare for these linebackers. He's got a running start at them. You have no idea which way he's going to go, and he ends up just running right by you.
That's Ibuka in motion. They'll look to throw again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Here's 2nd and 2. There's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 12. That'll give him a new set of downs from in close.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw. Rushed to his left. This is Clark. Inside the end zone. That's Johnson. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That is 2nd touchdown tonight.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds. Having to play from behind.
We've got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. They'll throw out of the gun. Into traffic, but taken in. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. the 50. He'll set up to throw. He's got one from free left side. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24. A first set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. It's going to wind up incomplete, but the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play-action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
Loveland open right side. Yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down. He'll drop the throw. A throw left side going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the ball back on the turnover. Davis on fourth down.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morton Anderson to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Caleb going to throw right away. Williams looking to do it himself. Short throw complete to Gronkowski. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Off the bootleg, it's Williams. Airing this one out for Evans. He's got it at the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for Detroit. 57 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? What the heck. In this defense, we have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
It's now second and
To throw, Williams. Quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Mike Olstein from 8 yards out. And the Lions put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7. Bears nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard
line. Looking to put a drive together. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Now a 5-time All-Pro. Here's Gale Sayers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Now back to throw. Got an open man. It's Devin Hester. They get a running back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play in the football there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Set up. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
And now third and goal following incompletions on first and second down.
Like 60.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 19 Lion. 79 Bronco. Bronco 80. Dragon 60. Panther 11, Panther 11. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They'll look to throw again. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Throwing is Williams. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Get in there. Cougar 19. He's crazy. Check it crazy.
On the give, this is Sayers. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Second and 1. Looking for Gannon, it's intercepted.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far. They just threw something away on that snap. And let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Now a 2nd and 10. It looks like they'll move things around here. That incomplete to Driver. And he'll be upended at the 33, following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Donald Driver, 32 yards. And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Here's Pat Summerall for the extra point. Good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Bears nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Returnable here for Hester. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
It's still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
60 Eagles, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop the throw. Over the middle, it's caught. Brandon Marshall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the line
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. Here's a give to Sayers. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations than 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He'll drop this one off to Sayers. And head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 14 yards. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
2 minutes to play. First half, it's 14-0. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. A run, this is Sayers. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
70 Lions, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Mustang 19. Chap. Panther 11. Get up.
He'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
This is a game where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Interested to see what they dial up here. Third and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. They'll look to throw here. Guys, man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Colston Loveland, a 20-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. No surprise there. Third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the two-point conversion caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Bears 8. Anderson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Now 2nd and 3. To the air, Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. In the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw is Williams. He'll try to pick it up himself. And past the 40, avoids out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect it with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
To throw, it's Williams. Now he'll tuck this and run. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
1st down, Detroit.
In motion left goes Jones. Off the play fake, it's Williams. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10. Gronk, the tight end, in motion. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Short throw complete to Gronkowski. And they have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Again, he'll drop the throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early, not the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll change things up. On play action, here's Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
First down.
They'll try to pound it in without a stop. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Williams going to sneak it. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now Williams, a final shot before break. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Rob Gronkowski as time expires in the first half. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen. But when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They show great poise, understanding the situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, it resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
He's got Hester complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Sayers. Nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
It's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Ball tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the 13 tackle. And the Lions are in great shape.
Now from the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. We've got a couple of teams, Greg, that can make it happen with the defensive front. That's going to be a huge focus on this game.
With the importance of the passing game in today's NFL, Mike, you know how great it is to be able to disrupt that timing and throw off the quarterback's rhythm. And no better way to do that than by being able to get after him, especially with your defensive line. You don't have to blitz. You don't have to bring a fifth rusher. Keep that secondary intact. If this defensive line can cause havoc in the pocket for this quarterback, it's going to go a long way towards slowing down what's been a very good offense.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Motion the slot man left. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Oh, a teardrop right there off his back foot. It's complete. It's a gain of 19 in the air. First down, 49.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They get 20 on the connection. It's good for a Niners first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early in offense. So it might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything.
In trouble, and there he goes. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Second and 18.
The tight end fans in motion. Hill looks to throw. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And now goes for a gain of 7. It's going to set up third down.
Brings up third and
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Throwing now from the gun. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on fourth down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 6. They'll stick with him again. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter. They begin with a 3rd down and 3.
Dragon 60.
He'll look to throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Poston Loveland was the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
19.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. They'll try to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Jeremy Chinn.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
Ready, break.
On the handoff, this is Chuck. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. Tight end motioning left. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's closed. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
70, switch. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Panther 11.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Definitely a hiccup in the operation there. This one's going to come up short. It is no good. And this will remain a scoreless ball game.
Just an ugly-looking kick right from the jump, Mike. I mean, it was the snap initially. That led to a bad hold. That led to a little bit of a mistiming of the kicker's steps. And you add all that up, and that's the kick you get.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. First time he's got a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Bears.
19, Lions. 19, Lions.
Back to throw. To play. Still searching for our first points of the half. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. First and 10 now from the 36.
Go.
Rolling back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Not much there. He's back back to the original line. No gain on that.
No gain on the play.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals. Like they love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Hitting slant there. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. That's a short throw, caught by Komet. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Oh, huge mistake right in the half. It is intercepted. They're going to take over now at their own 34-yard line.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
The tight end Fant in motion. Now, faking the give. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be brought down just shy of 15 yards. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
19 Tigers, 19 Tigers.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's outside for Chubb. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, 49.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And he's in. Touchdown, 49.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. 4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the third quarter begins. This returnable from the 4. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
that one. Gives them a first down.
First down.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's to the tight end, Komet. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up manageable second down.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 6. They're going to work this down inside the 45. They hook up again. 2nd time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards. And a first down.
That's a 44-yard line.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
He'll turn and hand this one off. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
At the 36-yard
That
line.
short run puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. They're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Third and 2. Here we go. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
The big tight end, Cole Komet, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to get the 2 points. They're going to take the lead here in the 3rd. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He's going to elect not to bring this one out.
The Niners
Probably
take
wise
over first
decision
and 10.
as this ball comes out to the 35. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's a run by Chubb as we start the 4th quarter. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Outside, it's complete. Still going inside the 20. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Chubb. And he will get into the end zone. Chubb, touchdown, San Francisco. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
All right, now, what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Into space. Past midfield. Inside the 30. And he takes it back all the way. How about a pick 2 if you prefer? The play backfires for the offense in a big way. Safe kick taken at the 5. Oh, yeah. Wow, they are hitting now. It's been a tight game. He takes a big shot there on that return.
At their own 22-yard line.
Quickly, he hits Woodland on the RPO. And he'll be written out of bounds after a gain of 6.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Okay, ready?
Here comes 2nd and 4. Now give on the ground, and he'll get the 1st down there. A pickup of about 5 yards.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Bears 1st down.
They'll stay on the ground. And he'll be stacked at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
Another try, 2nd and 10. He'll get this out wide. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up
Man, what a big tough play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
He'll drop to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up fourth down.
So we see this more and more often in today's NFL, Mike, where on third down, the ball is actually thrown short of the chains. And there's really two reasons. One, teams are a lot more willing to use fourth down. And two, they have a lot of confidence in these receivers and tight ends and backs to run after the catch.
Now or never, the throw on fourth down. And he'll indeed pick up a Bears first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
That's good for a Bears.
That pass break good for 22. First down, Chicago.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Forced out of bounds and pick up a couple.
Now at the 10-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and
8. Here's second down. They'll look to throw again. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Down. They'll set up to throw. They're holding at the 2. And they'll stop them just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they're on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this long drive with a touchdown.
Now, first and goal. They'll run the sneak. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Now, the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Bears make the lead 4. It is 17-13.
49ers 13.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. They'll return this from the 10. And they will finally track him down before it takes this to the other side of midfield. They'll come up for first and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted.
little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
Drive a start on the ground. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. They proved